All right. I am super excited to introduce one of my bestest friends and my coach, Lifetime Diamond, Kimberly. She is going to be speaking about fear of success, which I think we all can use. So take it away, friend.
Thank you. First of all, disclaimer, I don't see any kids on right now, but later on, if you're watching this, there's a chance I might curse because it's what I do. And so, earmuffs or remove them. I'll try not to, but it happens when I get passionate. Yeah. So I'm going to work, because I assume everybody's taking notes. So I'm going to go with a little like visual. I like to think of this as our landscape. So you start a project, we're in the backyard, you're like, I'm going to plant a tree, and you start to dig a hole. But you haven't bought the tree. You're just like, I think I'm going to buy a tree. And you start to dig the hole, and you dig the hole in the backyard, and you're like, yes, I'm going to go, it's too late to go to the nursery. I'll get around to it. So now I got a hole in the backyard. I'm going to call this the goal hole. Can't come up with a better name. We tried, but it is the goal hole. So I want you all to draw yourself in your notes a goal hole. And in that, you're going to put a goal you really want. It can be Success Club 10, it can be Diamond, it can be make $1 million, but it has to be specific. Nothing like, I want to be successful. Like, you got to be specific with the goal and the hole. So we've dug the hole, we've made the goal, and I'm going to say those two rhyming words so many times, I'm probably going to get sick of it myself. But because how many times have you found yourself at Success Club 4, it's the last day of the month, or you're like on a Wednesday night, you're pushing for that rank advancement, and you're like, I need one more person. And all of a sudden, nobody's answering you back. Everyone's ghosting you. And the person who said, I'd love to be a coach, suddenly they've signed up with a different MLM, and they're posting all about it on Facebook, and you're just pissed off. You're like, why don't they understand how important this is? Why don't they care about their health? And you're just agitated, and the wind's taking out your sails, and you're like, screw this, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't even want to tell people about my challenge group. I don't even want to post about this. I'm over it. So, because you're just convinced success is not in your future. Like, I've done it all, can't do it anymore. It's not for me. Or is it that you're just afraid of success? And that little agitation is the anxiety because you're realizing, may have been able to do more. Or maybe I kind of held myself back. Because you want to be successful, right? You're like, I've stayed up to the wee hours of the morning messaging people. I am a proof of the product. I post my Shaco, my sweaty selfies. I'm doing it all. So you're thinking, Kim, I'm not sabotaging myself. No, that's not me. Because we're so driven in a success-oriented culture that's like, fail forward. You're afraid of failure. I don't think we're afraid of failure. Failing's like a comfy blanket. You pull over yourself and get in Netflix because we all know what it feels like to fail. If you're telling me that you haven't failed, I'm going to say round of applause to you. But I think we all know what that feels like to miss out on something and not hit it. So it's easy to kind of go, let's go back into that. Whereas that little anxiety, because we don't acknowledge the success, sits back there and sabotages us. So we're going to visualize ourselves in a super successful place right now. We're going to see how we feel about it. So I've written up like what I think, a Beachbody coach, like pretty high up there. We're going to visualize. Write it down. You're a superstar diamond coach. You are in the Millionaires Club. You lead a team of hundreds, heck, maybe even thousands with your downline. You walk the stage at Summit and you get recognized for multiple accomplishments. You don't fight with food, you embrace it. When you look in the mirror, you love your body and you love what you see. You're like, I have a badass body that is strong and I love it. You don't worry about how you pay the bills each month. You're like, I'm pretty content with what's in the bank account. And you're living the life you want by design. Like literally what that says, it's happening. Okay, how many of you, when I got to lead a team of hundreds, were like, and got a little like nauseous because you're really like she needs to stop. I mean, very few people are probably like, oh my gosh, that just feels like the best life. No, we all get a little like hot on the inside and we're like, oh God, what does that mean? What do I have to do? Oh my God, that's going to be a lot. So then we start to line up the barricades around the goal hole. We're going to draw little triangles, otherwise known as, these are construction cones in my world. Because we're lining up the excuses. Success is close. All of a sudden you're thinking, I can't be a superstar diamond coach. I mean, I don't even know that many people, and I don't have anyone working, and like I can't pay my bills because the excuses, because we want to minimize our success with the excuses. I mean, I'm too busy. I need to step back and reprioritize what's going on in my life. No one wants to see my dumb, sweaty selfies on Facebook. My weight loss results aren't that impressive anyways. I have no one to message. I have messaged everyone on my friends list and nobody wants to be it. I mean, I have a dumb challenge group theme. I can't, like, I mean, everyone's done this one. Nobody wants to be. I bet everyone is already seeing my posts, so like it doesn't matter. I mean, we all do these things, right? We tell ourselves that these excuses are just like, and I'm not saying excuses are fake. Excuses are legitimate. Like, excuses are real life things that we do fear and that we don't like. Like, I don't have enough time. You might feel like you don't have enough time. You might not have enough time. These things can be legitimate. I'm not saying they're not real, but you gotta choose how you kind of work with them. So now I want you to write around your cones your 5 excuses. And it can be one word, like time, busy, things around your goal hole of what you are avoiding. Your, like, how you're keeping yourself from the goal hole. What's blocking you? I mean, it can be Netflix. You know, like Netflix is keeping me from my goals because all of those old sitcoms are way cooler than this. So I ask, like, you're like, well, why do I block myself with these excuses? Why am I doing that? Because clearly I want that goal. I want to be there. But the truth is, you're thinking the lack of confidence doesn't feel good on the surface, but it's so familiar because it's way more familiar than the unknown success. I mean, what will happen when I'm a superstar diamond coach? What does that feel like? So the anxious part of you is like, it's okay. Let's push it out of the way. Let's not risk that. Let's just go back. Let's avoid the hole in the backyard. Let's go back to that whole excuse where I don't have time, or I'm too busy, or I'm uncomfortable. Because when you start succeeding, you start crushing your excuses. You expose yourself to being scrutinized and criticized. Yes, I know, because we all put ourselves out there on social media every day. But it's okay to expose yourself to new pressures and demands, because with that you grow. You become so much more. Because what's going to happen when you do succeed? I mean, do I have to succeed every month? Am I ever allowed to not hit Success Club again? Am I ever allowed to stop or take a break? I mean, I understand these are true worries because we're all like, what does that look like? What does it look like when I've reached these other levels? This is why we got to stop the excuses and grab our little shovels and start filling in the goal hole. Because I think we all look at it as all or nothing. Like, I must do everything to fill in my goal right now, all at once, all together. Instead of thinking like little, like every time you walk by the hole in the backyard, what if you just threw one shovel of dirt in? Just one little thing towards it. So what if every day for the next month, you just did something towards hitting your goal at the end of the month, instead of saying it's the 30th and fuck, I haven't hit my goal and I better message. Well, I think I was supposed to message 10 people a day. So it's like 300 people I need to message today. And I probably should now start calling grandma because I'm really screwed if I don't hit Success Club, you know. And then all of a sudden the anxiety is back there and you're back with the like, pull over the blanket, go back and watch Netflix. So now you don't have to draw shovels. You could just draw little rectangles, but draw those under the goal, because we're going to look at what are the successes we have been doing moving towards the goal. So say you're goal right now is Success Club 10. Have you been messaging people? Are you maybe at Success Club 2 or 4 already? Like, look at the little things that you're doing throughout the month. Are you messaging people? Are you posting on social media every day? What are the things that you're doing that are little successes throwing in towards your goal? Okay. What are the little shovels of dirt? Because you want to color things differently. Like, I personally want to lose 100 pounds. It's been on my vision board for years. Now, if I told you I've only lost 20 pounds, are you going to tell me I'm failing or I'm succeeding? Because I'm going to tell you I'm failing, right? Because like, that's just where I live. I'm living, I haven't hit it, so I must be failing. Whereas most people are like, you're succeeding, you're going towards it. If I'm telling you I want to be a 2-star diamond coach and I'm only a coach and I say that to you, are you going to tell me I'm succeeding or failing? You'll probably be like, you're succeeding because you've made a step towards it. I can't be a 2-star diamond coach if I'm never a coach. I can't be a product of the product if I don't ever buy the product. So we have to look at those little tiny steps that we take and we have to color them, because it's so often we look at our successes and we downplay them and we shove them off and we're like, well, I ate a Twinkie this weekend, so really I'm not eating good at all. So, like, I'm not doing anything. Instead of going, wow, I've given up soda and I'm making that accomplishment every day. I'm giving towards my health. What is it that you're looking at? Because you have to write down and look at those things. We need to celebrate every tiny little accomplishment. And sometimes people are like, that's lame. But if we don't, we're not going to focus on what success looks like. And when I say, like, I've messaged people every single day, I feel good about that. And that's success. So suddenly I'm like, success isn't as scary. We have to focus on how success isn't scary and it's not uncomfortable and it's not daunting and overwhelming. Because we all use that word and we've all heard it a million times. And overwhelming just means we got to break it down into these tiny little success things. Yeah, it's overwhelming to think I have to hit Success Club 10 by the end of the month. Is it as overwhelming to say I have to message 5 people today? No. But do I feel successful every day I do that? Yes. So when you start to get those agitated feelings, you're like, oh, I'm not going to hit the goal. I want you to think about the successes you made and what success has brought you. If you are here as a coach, you probably have more confidence, fewer pounds, more muscles. We know you have a badass network of women who support you in everything you do. Probably have a little more money in the bank account. And I mean, you might become the reputation on your Facebook as like the go-to gal for fitness and health questions. I mean, can I just pick your brain? Yes, you can pick my brain. But it's good to be that resource because you want to give value to the people who are around you. So you want to be known for those things, not focusing on the things you haven't, because we have to remember success is intentional. Expect the best and celebrate the tiny. Like, I imagine like tiny confetti like exploding when I do my little task for the day. I know that's silly, but like pew. And remember to affirm the momentum of good actions in your business daily. So when you do the actions to lead your business daily, remind yourself you're doing good. Because success isn't scary. Failure is scary because you're not going to make it any further with it. And that's kind of all I have. It's short and simple and to the point.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
And then you can make art.
Oh my gosh, I want to see your finished one. I just have my ooh, look at Jen's. Hey.
Hey.
Jeanette's is all the notes.
Mine was as a Sharpie so you could all see it. So I was like
really, really good. I was like, yes. Thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions for Kimberly? You can just unmute yourself if you do. Pop on it.
She'll yell at me.
I'm gonna have to watch the recording because there are so many nuggets too. I was like, oh my gosh, yes. I was just thinking about the little things. Like, I never celebrated the little things. It's going to be recorded, Crystal. You'll love it. So, when I went to Brendan Burchard, he did this big graph because I'm visual too. And he talked about like putting your big goal, so whatever your goal is, and then celebrating each little part each time. So I make it a point to celebrate because I'm really bad at that. And especially like right now, pushing for a really big goal, fourth quarter with the team. And so I need to like celebrate all the little pieces. So it's like, I loved how she said the confetti because I was like, oh my God, I need to do that. Or like, I need to go take a break or like go, I don't know, do something fun that I like each time I'm finished messaging my people, or, you know, I do sign a coach or something like that. Because it's really important. It's really important because we are super hard on ourselves. And I know every face I'm looking at, I know is. And I know a lot of you guys, I haven't done anything. My time's coming in because I haven't done anything, which is bullshit. So, and you know it. And we're here to tell you that, but you have to tell yourself that. So you talk to yourself more than anybody else. Make sure it's nice things. So yeah, any questions? You rocked it, girl.
We got to put all the nice things in our heads.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we got nothing else, have a really good night. Thanks for hopping on and thanks for watching this recording. It will be up shortly.